Hey folks, okay, so I have a taste for pizza. So I'm going to take my Carbonara Street taco. I toasted it on both sides over my flame. But and then I put down some Rao's pizza sauce. And then I put some fresh mozzarella cheese. Richford pepperoni, that's my favorite. I love it. 0 carbs. Less than 1 gram of carbs. I need to use that up too. And I need to use these up. And then I cut up some pepperoni, stuck it on top. I put a little of the pizza sauce down. And then I put the fresh mozzarella cheese. And then I put a couple pieces of pepperoni. And then I put some more of the pizza sauce on the top. Okay, you could put some sprinkled cheese if you want on there because it's 0 carbs. So you can add more cheese if you'd like. I may do that to one. I got my toaster oven on. I'm going to slip it in the toaster oven. Okay, so I added some Mama Francesca's Parmesan, Asiago, and Romano cheese. Whoops, my hand's in the way. To both of my little pizzas. They're small. They're street taco size, so they're very small. Okay, and it's probably less than 3 carbs in this because everything is 0 except for the pizza sauce, and the pizza sauce is 2 grams of carbs because it's got 1 gram of fiber. So it's 2 grams of carbs for 1/4 of a cup. And I don't think I even used 1/4 of a cup, but I might have. So both of these together is going to be 2 grams of carbs for 2 of these little bitty pizzas. Personal pan pizzas. That's right. From the Keto Nomad. Let's put it in I put it on broil. And this is a cute little pan. It's just perfect for my toaster oven. So I got it on broil. I'm going to stick it up here. And I set it to 350. And I put it in the broiler at 350. Because I kind of toasted that thing. I have lights on all the time. I'm a nomad. I live in an RV. You know. I leave my Christmas lights up all year round. Isn't there a song like that by somebody? I don't know if it's by one of the country western ladies. Yeah, so I still got my lights on. And my chimes. And my refrigerator's open. Yep. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't know where my dog is. Where's my dog? Oh, there she is. She's all the way over there. What's the matter? You want to go outside? She might want to go out. So we'll be back after we take the dog out and the pizza cooks. And I'll let you see what happens. Look I barely used anything out of there. I'm going to have to make something so that doesn't go bad, and I don't waste that jar because that's expensive. This is like over $5 or just about $5 a jar. Ooh, yummy. That looks so done. I just gotta tell you, this is like my favorite pepperoni, and it's 0 carbs, and it's from Bridgeford. I like to cut it up myself. I feel like I get a better value out of it when I buy this particular stock as opposed to buying them sliced up real thin and in the little packages. Here's the second one. It looks sloppy, but it's good. The hair's pulled back. I was out today visiting a friend from high school, and so when I cook I try to pull my hair back so it doesn't end up getting in the food that I'm making, especially if I'm cooking for other people, you know. So let's taste it, see how it is. It's really good. I like it. It's a way for me to have pizza on keto and stay low carb. This is the only way to have a little bit of a pizza dough. See? Oops, there it is. With pepperoni. Oh, and I got my RV Rebel Girl shirt on. You can buy them on my channel. Well, I'm going to go watch TV and eat my pizza. What are you going to do tonight? She's going to lay down there and sleep. Look at her. Lazy dog, because she doesn't get any. No, it's not Domino's. Okay, I'm having a sweet tooth. I don't know what time it is, and I really don't care because I just go on my schedule. But anyway, I decided to make some peanut butter fudge. So I looked at a bunch of different recipes online, and so I decided to go ahead and concoct my own. I don't know what's going to happen. It may work, it may not work. But you know, sometimes we have fails. So I used 1 stick of butter. I used Land O'Lakes butter. Just regular Land O'Lakes butter. And I'm going to put in some creamy peanut butter, natural peanut butter. But this one is a Skippy Natural Creamy. But it does have a little bit of sugar in it here. So it's 4 carbs. Okay? It's 4 carbs for 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to put in 1/4 cup. And I also added 1/4 cup of Swerve Confectioner's sweetener to sweeten it, because it's going to be fudge. Okay, let me get this peanut butter going. It's a heaping 1/4 cup. A heaping 1/4 cup. Into the butter, because I'm probably not going to scrape it all off. Well, I will eventually scrape it all off. Hold on. Stir this up, and then after it's all melted up, I'm going to put a little vanilla extract in there and a little chocolate chips, and I'll show you that, but hang on. I'll be back. Then I add a touch of vanilla, probably about a teaspoon of vanilla. Whoops. Some chocolate in there, but not until after I pour it into the dish. I'm going to add some Lily's dark chocolate. I didn't really measure it, probably 1/8 cup. It's a small. It's hot, so they probably will melt pretty quick before I put it in the dish. And as soon as it cools for a little bit, just a tad, I'm going to put this bad boy in the freezer so I can taste it tonight. It goes in there for about an hour. I'll come back when it's done. I almost fell asleep. Forgot that I put this stuff in the freezer. Oh, look at that. Well, it was a little tilted, but it's all cut up. Gonna put it in the fridge. Put my blanket on. Good. Got chocolate and peanut butter in there. Tastes like a Reese's. I'll put these back in the fridge. That's not too bad for a snack, just to keep the sweet tooth happy. What am I eating today? Well, it's not always great recipes. Sometimes you got to have your staples for the day or for the week, your keto favorites that you can go to, because it can get expensive on keto. So a way to keep it down is to work with eggs and cheese. I love my Chaffles if they're done right. So today I have a Mexican blend, Mexican style blend of cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack, Asadero, and Quesadilla finely shredded cheeses. Okay, and they're from Happy Farms at Aldi's. This was an Aldi's cheese blend that I bought. Love my Aldi's. I would be having avocados, but they're not ripe enough yet, so I'm waiting for them to get soft. And then I'm going to convert my avocado smoothie that I made originally way back a couple years ago and shared on my RV Rebel Girl YouTube channel. But I'm going to convert it to keto. So right now I have egg whites. Well, I need to finish up my egg whites. I had these Bob Evans egg whites I've been using just so I don't keep it less than eggy. And I put the blend of cheese in there. And since the cheese is so low in carbs, it's like 1 gram of carb for 1/4 of a cup. So I probably have a 1/2 cup of the cheese blend in there. And then I chopped up a little Vidalia sweet onion. I chopped them and stuck them in there. And I'm just going to add 2 kitchen teaspoons. And when I say kitchen teaspoons, that means a teaspoon right out of my kitchen silverware drawer. Because I'm not pulling out a measuring cup. 2 kitchen teaspoons of almond flour. I might put 3 this time. 3 kitchen teaspoons of almond flour. 3 kitchen teaspoons of almond flour. Okay, and I'll be back. Okay, so I put in 3 teaspoons of almond flour, which is only going to be 2 carbs, because 2 tablespoons are 2 carbs. So I only put it, so I'm going to just say it's 2 carbs. It's going to be less than 2 carbs. And I've been working off this jar of the Rao's pizza sauce. So I'm trying to use it up. And I'm being very careful because it is, so I got a half left, just keep in the fridge. This is 2 carbs for 1/4 of a cup. And I used 3 teaspoons for that. So I'm going to say 1 carb because I use like half of it. Okay. I'm just winging it off the, with an estimate, even if I rounded it off to 2 carbs. So say I used it, but I didn't use a full 1/4 of a cup. So that's 4 carbs for all of this. And I'm going to make a lot of truffles with it. But this time I'm using my 4 square waffle maker from Dash, which I bought before I was even on the keto diet, or the keto, I won't say diet, keto lifestyle. Let me plug this in. Okay, they're on the make. I did spritz it with some Carlini olive oil spray. They say, some people say you don't have to oil these waffle makers because they're non-stick allegedly, but sometimes they stick anyway. So I'm going to close this up and let it go to work. And I sprinkled a little cheese on the top. Wow, look at these. Don't they look great and crispy? I like mine thinner and crispier. They don't have to be super big. Yep, they don't. So I'm going to use my toast pull, the things I use for the toaster. My toaster, look at that, all in one piece. Don't drop them on the floor, Carolyn. Ah! Made it. Oh my God, they look so good, and I can't wait to try them. I got my butter ready. I got 8 out of that. So I got garlic, onions, and some Rao's pizza sauce. And actually, I could add butter to it. I could dip it in pizza sauce. You know, you could make use ranch dressing, because some people like to put their pizza in ranch, dip their pizza in ranch dressing. You can get some, low carb, or make your own ranch dressing, or you can even dip it in sour cream. When I'm cooking, I always put my hair up because I don't want the hair getting in my food. Especially, it's not so bad when it's my hair and I'm the only one eating it, but when it's other people eating it or testing it, I'm very careful about my hair because it falls out so much because I have thyroid disease, on top of it. So anyway, what I was going to tell you about was I have been, had like 2 days, 3 days of severe pain in my left big toe. So I thought, well, maybe it was my toenail, and I took my toenail polish off and everything else, and I did a little investigation there, in the middle of this retired LEO from my detective days. But anyway, So I did a little investigation and I couldn't see anything wrong, you know, and so then all of a sudden it was like opening up the refrigerator and the light bulb went on. Okay, so I thought to myself, gee, I wonder if I have gout, you know? And I just dropped something on the floor and Danny's trying to get it and I don't want her to have it. So I'm picking it up with my, so anyway, so I looked it up and I thought to myself, wow, these are all the symptoms of gout. Yeah. Now, the only thing is, instead of it being in the bottom joint, it was in the top joint. You know, like up here, this joint right here, the little joint here, not the big joint on the bottom of the big toe. And right now it is still a little swollen, but last night it was much better because I actually ate regular instead of I just had regular food last night at a restaurant when I went out. I went out to visit a friend. So, and then before I went to bed, I took an Advil. And I slept all night. But it hurts the most. Gout, you'll feel the most of it in the nighttime, according to what I read. I'm not a doctor. And I thought, gee, that sounds weird. All of a sudden, gout. I always thought gout was from drinking alcohol, and I don't rarely ever drink alcohol, but it's from too much uric acids in your, you know what I'm talking about, in your system. So I looked it up, and it turns out that if you're on a keto diet and you're eating a lot of meat, it could trigger gout, to cause you to have get gout and inflammation, because you have too much of that uric acid in your body. And where does that usually come out? It comes out in your big toe, your ankle, your knee. It could be in the shoulder joint. It could come in anywhere in the joint. Okay, so I already have bursitis in my right hip from wearing a gun belt for my entire career of law enforcement, you know. But I didn't need anything more. And I'm thinking, wow, you know. And yeah, you can get gout from the keto diet if you're eating too much meat. Meat itself doesn't cause it just by eating it, but if you eat too much protein and you get too many what do they call this, ketogens or whatever, too much in your body. Well, you know what is funny is that this is the second time it's hurt in this last month. And both times was when I tested my urine to see if I was still, check my ketosis level. I was really high, and it's the first time I've ever gotten to that deep color. And I'll show you the color in a minute. Strips I use. Okay. They're Keto Mojo, and I bought them off of Amazon. And they're all pretty much the same. They all give you the same color. Hold on, let me check these things right here. See, oop, they're almost done. Still steam coming out. So anyway, so I get 150 of these in a bottle. I'm not sure how much they cost me. Plus you get an app to use. But anyway, so in the, right on the bottle, it shows you the different colors. See that? Okay, so when you first start, this is what shows up on the stick when you pee on it. Yes, folks, you pee on it, if you didn't already know that. And should you have these? I think you should. It helps you to know whether you're in ketosis or not without paying money for a blood test or anything. I mean, you can have your friends or anybody tell you, yeah, you got bad breath or, or whatever. But, I don't think you want to do that. So anyway, and then, especially because I live alone. Danny would tell me. But then here's like when you start getting in keto. Well, I've never gotten I wasn't getting above this level right here. Right there. See? But when I had this pain in my toe, I was actually here and almost to this, in between these two high levels. And I thought to myself, is that good for my kidney? Is that a problem? But then I had this thing with my toes, She's hiding behind my purse over there. I know you got that camera on. I don't want to be on camera. Oh, so anyway, that's the thing right here. So I always thought to myself when I was first in keto, starting this keto journey, I thought, gee, ooh, they're done. I thought to myself, well, what color does it have to be to get the best success? Well, I'm kind of stuck here at this one weight. I've met my first initial goal. I said, if I get to this point here where I'm at right now, I'd be happy. Because with my thyroid disease, it's been almost impossible to lose weight. Okay? But now I'm there. And so I'd be happy with 5 or 10 more pounds. I would feel at my best. Actually, I feel at my best when I'm 120. But I don't know. I'm 67 years old. I don't think I'm ever going to see 120 again. Although I still have clothes that'll fit me if I do. But I'm pretty happy with the way I look. Except for like the sagging skin and the wrinkles because I don't have a fat face anymore. Yeah, girls, guys, you get wrinkles a little bit. But I'm 67. I'm not complaining. So you could end up getting gout. So be careful. And the way to get around it is to change the proteins that you're consuming. It doesn't mean you have to totally stop eating meat, but you might want to change your protein intake to be from things like eggs or cheese, something like that. And not so much meat. But I noticed that the other day when I was at my friend's house, she had tuna in the salad. And that night, oh my goodness, it really hurt really bad. I couldn't even sleep. And I was like, oh my God. I had to actually get up and put ice packs on it. I have these little bitty ice packs, which is funny because they were just perfect. And Danny's like, what the heck is she getting up for? I don't want to go outside. But yeah. So keep that in mind. Gout with keto. It can happen.